All right, let's continue our face-off between the Samsung Droid Charge and the HTC Droid Incredible 2, both available on Verizon. And let's take a little closer look at the user interface. Both handsets offer or run on Android 2.2 Froyo, so you're going to get 7 different panels that you can customize on both of the handsets. The big difference is going to be you're going to have Samsung's UI TouchWiz on the Droid Charge, and you're going to have HTC's Sense UI overlay on the Droid Incredible 2. Take a look at some of the different widgets that are available on the Droid Charge. We'll start there. This is their clock and weather widget, their Google search widget, and let's go in and see what different areas you can search of the phone via their search widget. Here's their Buddies Now, which acts like a Rolodex, and it allows you to call or send a text to someone quickly, which is nice. That's YouTube, which is typical Android widget. What else have we got? This is a daily briefing, which is going to give you weather, news, track of stock, and your calendar as well. And that it's a little bit different now in the latest version of TouchWiz in that they're all separate, so you can add or subtract the ones you'd like to use. This is their social networking widget. It hooks into either Twitter or Facebook. And this is a Slacker radio widget as well as their TuneWiki widget. Let's do this. Let's take a look at all the widgets Samsung offers. And you can see some of these are Android. Daily briefing obviously are all Samsung. Buddies Now we took a look at. Data usage, dual clock, feeds and updates we took a look at. Google search we saw. Latitude market our Android. Picture frame, power control, program monitor, Slacker radio, weather bug clock is the new home screen clock and weather widget for Samsung. All right, let's take a look at the Droid Incredible 2. Again, it has HTC Sense. Take a look at some of the widgets. It's their weather widget. This is their RSS feed widget and their power widget just above that. Their Google search widget usually has a little bit few more categories of search. Usually the most extensive on HTC. Their clock and weather. Bookmarks. Friend Stream, which is their social networking widget. This ties into Facebook and Twitter. Sorry for the in there. And then their music widget. Take a look. They've got, there's a blank spot. Go to the personalization page. We'll go into widgets and browse all HTC widgets. They've got over 70 different widgets available, which is a bit more extensive than what's offered from Samsung. Also, they have scenes, which you can see here. HTC, social, work. Basically what happens is you can set up a custom scene if you'd like. What's going to do is going to change the wallpaper and basically the order or where the different widgets appear, or application shortcuts. And then they also have skins, which will really change the overall look of the phone, and there's 4 different skins available as you can see here. Currently the one we're using is Slate. And then let's go into wallpapers on both and take a look at live wallpapers. And live wallpapers. So Samsung offers you beach, connection, dandelion, and forest. HTC Sense is live. You also get a live slideshow from HTC. Then you've got the typical Android live wallpapers, as you can see here. And then also, what was the other thing I wanted to show you? There's a personalization, actually application shortcut, lower right hand corner on the drawer bar down at the bottom, so shortcut to getting that done. All right, take a look at notification systems on both, and we've got a couple differences here. You've got connectivity manager shortcuts up at the top on the Droid Charge. You can see Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, mobile data, and auto rotation. Then you've got your notifications. On the Droid Incredible 2, you're going to get the last 8 applications you had running, and again you can tap on any one of those to go directly to it, and below that you'll have your typical notifications. Take a look at the main menu on both. You can edit the home screens, which is kind of nice. In other words, you can determine which one you want to have as the home screen, and you can remove panels if you choose to. 7 is the max, but you can cut it down to 1 if you'd like. So that's kind of nice from there. What else do we have available? Wallpapers, notifications, that's all going to be the same. Settings, add all apps. So we've got a shortcut to all the applications. So let's look at the main menus on both. The application menus on both. And again, Samsung main menu goes right to left, left to right. And as far as customizing, you can put it in list view, as you can see there. Go back to grid view, and then you can also edit. In other words, you can move application shortcuts around or delete them depending on the particular application. Alright, we'll cancel, we'll get out of there. Okay, and on the Droid Incredible 2, something that's a little bit different, it now moves in, what's the word I want to use? Chunks, I don't know if that's the right word, but it used to scroll freely from top to bottom. Now it moves from one panel to the next, to the next, to the next, which is something a little different. It's kind of nice, makes things a little easier to find, a little bit organized. You've got a favorites or frequently used. You've got those downloaded, and then you've got the Verizon applications that are available. And again, you can look at this in list view as well, which will scroll all the way through. Go back to grid. Also gives you an opportunity to share applications from here. Also allows you to sort or remove an app. So that's a look at that. Holding down the home screens on both will open up the task managers on both. Actually, recent apps on the Droid Incredible 2. On the Droid Charge, you actually do get a task manager, but it only shows you the last 6 recent applications, and then you can tap on this to go directly to the task manager, which is kind of a nice feature that is not on the Droid Incredible. Also from the home screen, tapping down on the home key will open up a 7-panel overview on the Droid Incredible 2, and again, squeezing together will get you back to the overview, and it's a way to navigate in between the panels. On the Droid Charge, you'll notice you have these numbers up at the top that you can tap on to move between panels quickly if you choose to set it up that way. Didn't mean to do that. Let's get back to the home screen. And then again, you can determine how you want to handle your home screens also from that little gear in the upper left-hand corner. Slacker Radio wants us to play, but I don't think we're going to. Alright, so there's a look at the user interface comparison on our Droid Charge and HTC Droid Incredible 2. Let's take a look at the messaging applications on our 2 combatants today, and we'll start out with the Droid Charge. Let's go into settings first off. And let's run down here to language and keyboards, and you can see we have 2 input methods, swipe and Samsung keyboard. We have available under swipe what you would pretty much expect. I don't think there's anything astounding there. Samsung keypad. Got 2 different types of portrait keypads, QWERTY and 3x4 keypad. T9, which I think you would expect. Alright, let's go in and take a little closer look. Usually we have our swipe keypad. One thing that's nice is you still have speech to text right here in the lower right hand corner. Numbers and symbols are available through long key press or through the symbol key down here in the lower left. Alright, I'm going to try my hand at this. Call John on Tuesday. Today, not so good. Carpool job on ready. It was supposed to be call John on Tuesday, so obviously I'm not very good at swipe, but this is what saves me. For our meeting next Wednesday. For our meeting next Wednesday. Well, it's pronounced properly. I don't know if it's spelled right, but that works. And take a look at the swipe keypad in landscape. And let's go in and take a look at the other keypad in landscape as well. Samsung keypad in landscape. There you go for those that need to type. And again, you've got speech to text right here. You've got numbers on long press but no symbol. You'll have to touch the key in the lower left hand corner to access symbols. No availability for the long press, which I kind of like, but sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. As far as attachments, what do we have available? We've got pictures, capture pictures, so you've got a direct link to the camera, which is nice. Also audio, record audio, and slideshow. Alright, let's go in and take a look at what we've got available on the Droid, and we've got touch input and keyboard types. Again, you've got 3 QWERTY, phone pad, and compact QWERTY. Alright, you've got bilingual prediction, which I've never seen before. That's kind of cool. Don't know when I'd ever use that, but I guess it's nice to have if you need it. Compose message. And again, we're going to get the 1 keypad, speech to text here in the lower left. We've got directional keys, right, left, up, and down, which is nice. So we'll call John on Tuesday. Not too bad. Call Ben in Tuesday. I'm getting there. For our meeting next Wednesday. For our meeting next Wednesday. So that worked quite well. Let's take a look at the keypad in landscape as well. There you go. And again, symbols and numbers are available through a long key press. Get your microphone lower left. Numbers and symbols here available as well. as you can see. And let's see what we have available as far as attachments. We've got picture, video, audio, so you've got a direct shortcut to the camera, which is nice. App recommendation, location, contact vCard, appointment, vCalendar, and slideshow. So you've got a few more options as far as attachments on the Droid Incredible 2 than you do in the Droid Charge. Alright, what do you say we wrap up today's face-off between the Samsung Droid Charge 4G and the HTC Droid Incredible? Both out on Verizon. I think the Droid Charge is going to be released tomorrow, May 3rd. With our browser comparison, I've got them both running off the same Wi-Fi network. I've got Flash enabled on both. Don't forget to stop by smartphoneenvy.com. Check out the winner of today's face-off along with photos and videos from both of today's contestants. If you're watching this on YouTube, just click on the link in the description. It should get you right over to Smartphone Envy so you can check that out. All right, let's kick this off, and we're off. And they're both quick out of the gate. Looks like the Droid Incredible 2, yep, Droid Incredible 2 is first one there. No problem loading any of the flash. Very smooth. Double tap to zoom in. Pinch to zoom. See it dynamically flows it to rewrap. Very smooth, very responsive. Alright. Droid Charge. Again, feels very smooth. Double tap to zoom in. There we go. Let's pinch to zoom. And there it goes. I know it dynamically rewraps and reflows the text as well. Any formatting issues on either one? Nope. Both of them handled it very well. Both of them are very smooth. Alright. Let's head over to slash gear on both of our contestants here. And we're off. Looks like the Incredible 2. Here comes the Droid Charge. Droid Charge might have taken the lead. It's going to be the getting all that flash at the end. Alright, who's going to take this? Nobody wants it. Somebody grab it. There we go. Droid Incredible 2 is first one across the finish line. It's still loading some flash video, or flash ads. I don't know who was first, honestly. There we go. That might have been a draw. So Droid Incredible 2 tried to fool us and pretend it was already done. Double tap to zoom in on both. Mortal Kombat. There's a look at the same on both. Both are very quick and have really no issues. Give me the desktop type look. Get all the way back out. Come on. This time for sure. There we go. A little bit of funkiness there with the Droid Charge on the browser. Not quite sure what the issue is. Having some hang-up issues. Alright, let's head over to CNN and try and play a video on both. And we're off. This looks like the Droid Charge wants to get there first. And of course, the big story, Mr. Bin Laden is no longer with us, and that looked to be the Droid Charge. Are still loading more. I think it was a Droid Charge, pretty close. Double tap to zoom in on both. There we go. Let's run this. And I'm assuming we're going to get an ad before the video starts, but we'll see. So the Incredible 2 seems to be loading it a bit quicker. Obviously, neither one of these phones are going to have any problem with any mobile sites whatsoever. And it was the Droid Charge first to get here.
lot of times things are right underneath our feet.
Well, it's giving me a hard time with the ad. You can see the Droid Incredible 2 is having some issues with loading and smoothly playing the ad.
A couple decades ago, we didn't even realize just how much natural gas was trapped in rocks, thousands of feet below us. Technologies made it possible to safely unlock this clean and burning natural gas. These deposits can provide us with fuel for 100 years, providing energy security and economic growth all across this country. It just takes somebody having the idea, and that's where the discovery comes from.
Let's see if we can get this to zoom in now.
Many times, you know,
There we go.
10 years as reporters, this fight on terror has defined our professional lives. I think none more in particular than you who've talked to all these people. What was your reaction, or when did you learn that Osama bin Laden was killed, and what were your personal thoughts?
Droid Charges, there we go. Okay, there's our comparison between the two browsers. I would have to say the Droid Charge browser was a little bit finicky on occasion. The Droid Incredible 2 seemed to run a little bit smoother when browsing. Speed-wise, they were about the same. Both of them, believe it or not, very quick. I'm trying to give you a desktop rendition on two smartphones, so that's a lot of processing power for the both of them. But I think they both handled it quite well. So anyway, again, there's our face-off between the brand new, not yet released Verizon Samsung Droid Charge 4G, which will be released tomorrow, and the just released last Friday Verizon HTC Incredible 2. So there you go. Hope it's been helpful. Take care.